Centerburg High School, where Leah Kinley and the Lady Lions of Genoa Christian Academy come into Centerburg and look to take down Tiara Shepherd and the Centerburg Lady Trojans. We'll have it for you next, live and free on the OH Report on your PC, tablet, smartphone, anywhere you can get the internet. You can watch this action next on the OH Report.
Morrill County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports. We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the KNOX Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog, and you're not. Hall of Fame coach turned future Hall of Fame host.
Now he's on TV hosting his own highlighted now team in the Joseph zone. Hall of Fame coach, now a host, sharing our stories from coast to coast. From the court to the screen, he's the best. Jules' legacy lives on in the Joe Show quest.
Because this is my show, and it's an all-new me in the new year. Deal with it.
Josh Banks welcomes you inside Centerburg High School alongside my broadcast colleague tonight, Tim Maceyko, and what should be a really good non-conference matchup. Genoa Christian comes in 12-6. Centerburg's really playing well in the KMAC this year. It should be a lot of fun for a Thursday night.
Absolutely. You know, I don't know a lot about Genoa Christian, but the record looks good. So on paper, it looks like it's going to be a great matchup. I know a lot about Centerburg, and let me tell you what, they earned every game this year.
Let's go ahead, take a look at Genoa Christian Academy real quick and see what they're going to bring to the table tonight. For our team spotlight, they come in 12-6, independent, so they don't have a conference record, averaging 48 points a game, only giving up 37 points a game, shooting 38% from 2, 27% from 3, and 59% from the stripe. So pretty consistent shooters. Almost 60% for girls shooting from the free throw line can win you some games for sure.
Absolutely. I'm really excited to see exactly what their shooters look like and what their game plan is going to be tonight.
And we're going to take a look at their player spotlight. And it's going to be none other than junior guard Leah Kinley. She comes in averaging 14.2 a game, 4.7 assists, and 3 steals a contest. So their best defender, their best passer, and their leading scorer. Really well balanced, and it'll be interesting to see what she does here tonight against a very defensively stout Centerburg team.
Yeah, you know, blocks, steals, points. I mean, she seems to be doing it all for them, so it's pretty impressive.
Let's go ahead and take a look at their keys to victory as we get ready for senior night. push the pace and keep your turnovers at a minimum.
Yeah, that's hard to do against this team, but I'd agree 100%. If they can get some transition buckets, get out and hit some shots, it'll be a really good one.
We're going to go ahead and take a look at senior night for Centerburg before we take a look at Centerburg.
Great idea.
4 in volleyball and 4 academic letters. First and foremost, she wants to thank God and thank Him for all of these wonderful seasons she's been blessed with to play basketball and for all the memories that she will have for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Next, she wants to thank her parents for providing her with the life she has, for showing up even on the hard days, and for loving her for who she is. She then wants to thank her sister and the rest of her family for always being there for her. She would also like to thank Jack for being her best friend, your continuous support, and for always being able to make her laugh. Lastly, she wants to thank teammates and coaches for such an amazing season this year. She couldn't have done it without any of you. She is so grateful and loves all of you. Go Trojans! Once again, Kennedy Black. Our next senior is Clara Johnson. Clara is discovered by her mom, Brittany, dad, Matt, and sister, Alan. She plans to attend Capital University to major in social work. She has earned 3 varsity letters in volleyball and 3 in basketball. Her thank yous is a huge thank you goes out to her family for supporting her through it all, handling practice changes, and being at every single game. You guys have always traveled well, and she really appreciates it. Another thank you goes to her previous coaches, AAU and high school, for shaping her into the driven player she is today. A special thank you to Coach Dennis, Coach Abner, and Coach Pike for giving Centerburg a shot and for the best senior season. Another thank you to the Centerburg community, the administration, along with her friends. Your genuine support throughout the years will not go unnoticed. Lastly, a huge thank you to Emilio Rojas for being her best friend this year and supporting her through her air ball. Thank you to everyone. Clara Johnson.
As we just met the 2 lone seniors for Centerburg, Kennedy Glenn, Clara Johnson, going to be 2 key pieces today. Let's take a look at those Centerburg Lady Trojans and their team spotlight this evening. They come in 16-4, 9-2 in the KMAC, a very, very good KMAC this year. So a 9-2 record is very impressive, averaging 49.1, only giving up 36, and they shoot almost 62% from the stripe. So they got to get to the line consistently today and defend their home court on senior night.
Yeah, here's the thing that Centerburg does so well. It's that 1-3-1 defense that Coach Abner brought in. I'm a huge proponent of that defense, love it, and he's done a great job of implementing it. The girls have really embraced it, and they create turnovers and really create some problems, which will be interesting to see how the opposing team matches up against that 1-3-1, because it's not seen a lot in a lot of leagues, and they're not affiliated with the league. I'm really curious to see if they've even had to face it previously. And it's interesting, you mentioned the 2 seniors out here. I'm expecting to have a good game out of both of them because they both are great shooters.
And they're great shooters. This is a great team. But the player spotlight we're getting ready to look at, she's only a sophomore. And she's one of the more talented players on this spot, and that's Tiara Shepard, sophomore forward, 11.1 points a game, almost 3 assists, and over 1 block. So defensively, she's everywhere.
Yeah, you know, I was calling the Fredericktown and Centerburg game, and Tiara was kind of that 1-2 punch to Larimore. Like, they just kind of went together a little bit there and really created some havoc, and she had some big plays in that game that really swung the momentum.
And we're going to go ahead and look at Centerburg's keys to victory this evening.
We ask you to please stand and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Win the rebounding board. And first to 45, both teams give up less than 36 a game. First to 45, I think, wins this contest. While we get ready to meet the starters of both teams, we'll jump back into those keys of victory. If you're Centerburg, win the rebound, and both teams are really good defensively. I think the first team to get to that 45-point mark, I don't think either one of them are going to get to 50 today. First to 45, I think, wins this contest.
Well, I may disagree with you because I do think if that 1-3-1 creates some turnovers and Centerburg gets some transition points, I expect them to be over that 50 mark. But I don't know Genoa Christian well enough to know what kind of defense they're running into. So in all fairness, this is going to be interesting.
It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. We were talking about it before we came up in the air for the 2 minutes we got to talk before we had to come up. Neither one of us know a lot about the Genoa Christian Academy team, the Lady Lions, because they're not affiliated with the conference, so we don't hear about them. They're 12-6. On paper, they look really good, but we don't know about the competition that they've faced and what they've had to see as starters are being introduced for both teams. I'll go ahead and sling them out for both teams. First for Genoa Christian Academy, it's going to be Avery Norman, Maddie Livesley, Sienna Kinley.
And now, let's meet the starters for your Lady
Kinley
Trojans
Farrell,
of Centerburg.
Tiara Shepard, Clara Johnson,
Kinley Farrell,
Kayla Larimore, and Kennedy Glenn are the starters for Centerburg. Kind of the same five we've seen all year for them. On the flip side of things, for the Lady Lions, we'll get that right now, as it's Leah Kinley, Bella Bear, Bella Bear, Gabby Kerwin, Avery Norman, and Regan Shook.
It's Kennedy Glenn.
As we'll take a look at those KNOX standings, Centerburg kind of already closed the league out at 9-2 with just a few games left to play. They're looking to build momentum as they get ready for Tournament Bowl. And with this squad, what could be a deep run to a district, maybe even a regional.
Yeah, we'll get back to that here a little bit because I want to talk about that tournament position. They're in pretty good shape. And, last 10 years or so, Cardington girls won the KMAC. Then last year was Mount Gilead for the first time. And this year it was Centerburg. They've been on that verge. Finally, they got it done. They're a really solid team this year.
Centerburg's going to win the tip. Shepard's going to have it. Farrell.
The big thing here is I'm looking at the game right out of the gate. I'm wondering if they can match up with Kayla Larimore. She looks like she got some size, and we know she's got the athletic ability and the skill set, so they're really going to have to focus in on her.
See what Kayla can do this evening. As Kennedy Glenn's going to hoist, it's going to be short. Hustle and saved.
Great hustle.
Genoa's going to look to run. This is out of bounds. It's going to stay on this end with Genoa. Straight man-to-man on the other end by Genoa.
Yeah, and there you saw the 1-3-1 look for Centerburg, and they cheat up on those wings sometimes, and Genoa seemed to be prepared for that and tried to thread that backside right out of the gate.
Kinley's going to hoist a three. Unable to knock it down.
Yeah, there it is again. So Centerburg's going to have to make sure they drop that backside because it looks like Genoa Christian saw the film, saw some gaps in there because they'd like to overplay that wing a little bit, and they've taken advantage of that the first two passes.
Yeah, Reagan Shook's going to get on the board first for Genoa. Farrell's going to have it. She's going to get it to Larimore. Double screen.
Yeah, that's a play that Coach Abner likes to run, little horns action there and double screen the ball.
Can't knock it down, though. Shepard's unable to finish. Genoa's going to look to run. Kinley with a nice crossover. It's going to stay with Genoa. It looked like it might have went off the foot, but it's going to stay on this end.
Yeah, I like the way Genoa's coming out. They're attacking. They're not afraid at all. They're getting after it, and it shows you why their record is where it's at.
Kinley's going to have it on that wing. Great pass, extra pass. Shook's got two more, and that's just great ball movement by the Lady Lions.
Yeah, that's 3 times now on pass. They try to attack the backside, and 2 times it's resulted in points.
Farrell gets a screen from Larimore. Shepard's got it up top. They're going to get it down inside to Kayla. She's going to spin. Great post move by Larimore, and that's that size advantage that you just talked about, Coach.
Yeah, that's just going to be hard to stop for them. So that's got to be the matchup for Centerburg. As much time as they can get her the ball inside like that, they've got to do it.
And another great feed by the Lady Lions, unable to convert.
Well, Genoa's really attacking that low post strong and doing a really good job so far.
Larimore with it. Jab step. Can't finish.
A pretty good defense there. Made it a tough
gonna look
shot.
to run.
I've seen Centerburg is looking a little bit flat in that defense out of the gate. Usually a little more lively than this. The hands are really active and their feet.
More aggressive, yeah. They're not as aggressive as usual.
Yeah, I noticed a little bit of a difference. Now, I'm sure it'll calm down as the game goes, but there's a nice block there on the pass.
But the hustle play, it's going to end up back in the hands. That's going to be a 3-ball up and good.
Yeah, there's that shooting.
Avery Norman's going to knock it down.
Yeah, it was a really nice look. Stepped into her shot, rhythm shot as we call it, and just drained it.
And it's 7-2 Lady Lions out of the gate here 4 minutes into the first.
Yeah, they've really settled in nicely and on the road like this against a very good team. I'm impressed so far.
Farrell's got it. It's over to Clara. That's going to be a turnover, Lady Trojans. It'll go to the Lady Lions, and they're kind of out of sorts right now.
I don't know. I wonder if Coach will call timeout, if he's going to let them kind of play through and kind of work through it. Get a defensive stop, get a transition bucket maybe, you'll be okay. But you're right. They look a little bit off so far.
As Shanae Farrell and Evie Stowe are going to check in, replacing the two seniors. Kinley's got it. To Norman. Larimore's got it on the steal. She's just going to go coast to coast. Blocked by Kinley. The defense. It's going to turn into a jump ball, and it's going to go the other way.
Yeah, but they did play the defense I wanted to see. They did get the turnover. Just the finish was there because of a great defensive play.
Larimore had the run out. Kinley just kind of timed it right, met her, and knocked it out of her hands, and it ends up in a jump ball. It's like they're going to extend that pressure, go full court defense.
Yeah, again, we talked about how they just look a little lethargic, right? And so Coach says, I know how to get you going. We'll force you to go up and play a little more aggressive, a little more full court. And I think that's just to settle them down and get them into a rhythm of some type. So
Get their defense in a rhythm, get some runouts, get some easy buckets, kind of get the offense moving, and it'll help kind of shape the rest of this game. Because if you don't figure that out now, it's going to be a long evening for the Lady Trojans.
Oh, absolutely.
Shook. Can't knock it down.
Great look, though.
Farrell's got it. All the way up to Clara. It's Evie with it now.
Yeah, it seems like Centerburg's a little shy to pull the trigger on the perimeter so far.
Evie catches it. Let's go baseline, cut off.
I like that matchup inside with Kayla, but they haven't really fed her the ball.
They're going to call it travel. It looked like she only went 1-2.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a tough call.
It definitely was only 2.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty good, solid move.
Kinley's got it. Still got the pressure extended. Look to trap just at that three-quarter court line, just at the volleyball line. Norman to Kinley. Back to Norman. She's already hit one. She knocks down another, Avery Norman. She's got 6 here in the early going, and it's 10-2 Lady Lions.
I love the way that girl steps into her shot, has confidence, and just delivers the ball. So well done. So we got that 1-4 set again for Centerburg.
She's a junior for this Lady Lions squad. Gonna get it down to Larimore. Drop step finish. You're not gonna stop that. If she catches the ball high post or anywhere on the block, you're not gonna stop her from getting to the rim.
Yeah, they got 4 points, and both those buckets came off that exact same motion, exact same movement, exact same finish by Kayla.
Norman's got it now in the corner. Had Shook for a second, didn't quite see her in time. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. There's those active hands kind of get going a little bit. They just got to get something going offensively to really kind of turn this game around.
Over the years, I've seen this. So senior night, sometimes you just kind of start off stagnant. I think you have other things on your mind. You've been setting up for senior night all day. You've had these anticipations. You got other things going on, so you got to settle into your game.
Norman's got it now for the Lady Lions. Gets it to Kinley. Shepard thought about it. She got a hand on it. She had Larimore on a run out. Thought about it, didn't make the pass. She's going to go coast to coast instead. She can't finish.
Looks like a lot of contact, but it looks like they're letting them play through. But I like the fact that was more aggressive by Centerburg defensively. The Genoa
Step
right
through,
back.
Kinley can't finish. She's going to get a 3-ball look at it. That's going to be short. Shepard's going to pull down the rebound. Get it to Evie. She's going to push the pace to Kayla. She's got that elbow jumper. Nothing doing. Kinley's got it now. Floater short. Kayla gets the rebound.
Coach Abner's down there yelling, go, go, go. He wants to see some more transition, get him a little more active.
Push the pace. Something we talked about in the pregame. Push the pace. Get a couple layups. Help your offense, help your defense, and that's kind of what they're struggling to do tonight.
Yeah, they haven't pushed the pace much. They've been a little bit off, and just 4 points in a quarter so far. I expect a lot more out of the gate, but again, I think they're going to settle.
10-4 your score, 50 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Shepard's got it. Cross court to Evie. Clara back to Kayla, and she's just going to look to hold it. They're going to look for hold for one shot here, it looks like, Coach. Last shot of the quarter is what they want. They're going to have Kayla on the cut. She's going to step through herself. A lot of contact there, no call. Gets it back and scores.
Yeah, great job there of finding a good play. Kayla Larimore now defensively. Get a turnover here. You can really feel pretty good about the way the quarter ends.
It was Shanae Farrell. Norman's got another look at it.
I would not be letting her get a clean look like that, though. I'd be talking about that during this timeout at the end of the quarter.
Kinley's going to kick it in the corner. Last shot. No good. Your score after one, Lady Lions 10, Lady Trojans 6. We'll be back for the second quarter after this commercial break.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health, to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Josh Beggs back here inside Centerburg High School alongside Coach Tim Maceyko, and we were just talking about it, kind of an interesting first quarter. A slow start for Centerburg, a quick start for Genoa. We'll see how the second quarter plays out, but what are you expecting to see out of both teams here?
Well, I think Coach Abner's down there kind of, just tell them, hey, we got to settle down and be more active. The active hands weren't there. The active feet weren't there. The hustle wasn't quite the same we've seen out of Centerburg, but it's 10-6. You're only down 4 points. But give Genoa Christian a lot of credit. They came out and hit some great shots early on.
Shepard, she's got Larimore down low. That's a matchup that they want to take advantage of. They're going to get it to her, want to get it to her top of the elbow. Shepard, spin move, great move. Unable to finish.
The tough thing on that is there's no offensive rebound. No one's even attacking for Centerburg, which makes it a one and done. That's hard to score that way if you don't get that first bucket.
Active hands.
Yeah,
by Kinley.
That's more what we want to see right there. Just flying around the ball, having a good time, and enjoying the game.
Gets it to Norman. Kinley and Norman, it looks like the two primary ball handlers.
Yeah, much more active.
There's Larimore with the active hands, comes away with the tip. Glenn, 3-ball, short.
Yeah, but you got the turnover. You got that pushed up. You got a good look at the bucket. That was a nice looking shot. Just came up short.
That's the exact look you want. Norman kind of out of rhythm. Offensive rebound. That's short as well. Kayla gets the rebound. She's going to look to push.
Yeah, she didn't like the numbers, so she pulled it back out. Probably a smart basketball move.
She's got it again. Kennedy with it on the wing. Tiara gets it to Kayla. She's going to use her strength. She bullies her way into the hoop and scores. She's got 6, and it's 10-8.
Yeah, Genoa Christian looks like they're switching pretty much every screen on that, so you can take advantage of that because you're going to get those mismatches.
Yeah, you're going to get a mismatch almost every time, especially with Shepard and Larimore. If they're going to switch those screens on those two, you've got to post them up, take advantage of your size advantage, which they have playing a Genoa, even playing the KNOX schools they played this year. Those two ladies have had a size advantage all year, and they've shown that they're willing to take advantage of it. We were kind of talking about tournaments earlier. Centerburg has a really, really good chance to make a deep run with where they fell in their district.
Yeah, you really got to like where they're at, and they got a great chance to come all the way out there to, I don't know how far they're going to go, but they got a great opportunity in front of them. But, that so far we've seen the second quarter, we've seen a little bit of a different look for Centerburg. They were more active with their hands. They're creating some turnovers. They didn't get to run anything out, but they're getting some run-out opportunities. On the flip side, Genoa Christian switching those screens, allowing you to get some mismatches. So this so far has been Centerburg's quarter, but Genoa Christian's calming their troops down. And the way they shot the ball early, this is still going to be a competitive game.
It's going to be a lot of fun to watch the rest of this one. We are at 6:15 remaining here in the first half. Norman's got it. As there's those active hands, it's going to lead to a turnover. Larimore's going to end up with it. She's going to have a run out. She's going to go coast to coast. Kayla Larimore is going to finish with the left. And that is a 4-0 run to start the second quarter. And it's a 10-10 ball game.
Yeah, they're finally being more active, and it looks better.
Tries a one-handed skip feed. Tried to get it down to the post. They're going to say it was tipped by Centerburg.
Yeah, it looked like it might have got a hand. They reached for it, couldn't tell.
Genoa's going to inbound Kinley to trigger. Look to get inside to Shook. Nothing doing. She's going to throw it long to Norman. There's Larimore again. She's got multiple steals already in the contest, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, she just baited them into that. She was sitting in the middle of the lane. She knew that pass was going to get thrown out if nothing else is there, and she anticipated well.
That ball's going to be knocked away by Elizabeth Shook. It's going to stay with Centerburg. Evie gets it into Larimore. Evie got to set the offense up. You hear Coach Abner yelling at Evie to come get it. Initiate the offense. Farrell's got it. Larimore inside to Shepard. She's going to look to go to work down low. Still unable to finish. Another offensive rebound.
I like
Nothing
that.
doing.
I like that, though, because that time they attacked the boards.
Attack the offensive glass. You almost want to see catch that, come down on 2 feet, go up strong, draw contact, and try to get 2 free throws versus going up as quick as she did.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Almost another steal for Larimore. Instead, Farrell is going to almost call the tie-up. They're letting them play this evening.
Yeah, a little shove there it looked like, but again, they're not calling much of anything. They're letting us play through it.
Norman's got it now for the Lady Lions. Gets it to Kinley. Tries to throw it down low. They're reading those passes now. Evie's looking to run it out. She's going to go coast to coast. Can't finish.
Yeah, tough angle. Good defense there by Genoa. The Centerburg apparently done a nice job of talking about that. Aggressive again. Another opportunity to score.
Thrown away. Norman ends up with it. But that's the aggressiveness that we were talking that we had to see for them to have a chance to come back in this game. It's going to lead to an open 3. Can't knock it down.
We got a 2-on-1 opportunity here.
Shepard. Nice Euro. She finishes. That was a beautiful Euro by Tiara Shepard. Got to the middle of the lane, floated, and scored. And that's 12-10 lead for Centerburg, their first lead of the evening.
Well, here's what you tell your kids, too. They're letting you play, so get more aggressive. Right? I mean, if they're not going to call a lot, then you can reach a little bit. You can put some hands on somebody. And, you don't want to play dirty by any means, but get more aggressive and a little more body contact. And
see what they're going to allow.
Yeah, until they clean it up. I mean, both teams should be more aggressive.
Isabella Bear's going to check back into the game, replacing Norman, who's got 6 of their 10. She's going to catch and shoot a 3-ball. Can't knock it down. She gets her own rebound. Nobody boxed out the shooter. She's going to get another look at it. Tries to get to Kinley. She does. Now we're going to have a foul call. The first foul of the evening is going to be called on Kinley Farrell. Aggressive defense.
Yep.
Maybe kind of a loose ball foul more than an aggression foul.
Yeah, I would agree. You know, here's the thing about Genoa Christian, though. They're not hitting their threes, but they're getting great looks, and it's a matter of time until they hit a couple shots, and that could get them right back in this game really quickly.
Larimore gets the rebound.
Now, it's interesting. The half-court sets have not worked real well. Genoa Christian has done a pretty good job in the half-court matching up and playing aggressive defense.
Well, and what has worked is this little dribble handoff right here. She's going to kick it out. 3-ball, no good. It'll be Genoa basketball, but that's the look that you want. Kennedy Glenn's missed a couple shots. Clara misses a shot there. It's shots that you're used to falling if you're Centerburg. Keep shooting them. They're going to go eventually.
Yeah, Clara's shot was a little flat there, and she probably wants that one back. She rushed it just a little bit, but that girl can shoot. So if she can just get settled in, and she'll dial up one or two here, I would imagine, before the game's over.
Kinley's got it for the Lady Lions. Great feed to Shook. She hasn't scored since the first quarter. Part of the reason has been that defense. They haven't been able to feed her as Evie gets the steal there.
Yeah, they got it in there, but then she got triple teamed and ended up with a turnover.
Gets it to Kennedy. Back up top to Evie.
Came back in their 1-4 set.
Tiara. Clara. Catch, dribble, drive. Great move. Nothing doing. Tiara ends up with it on the ground. It's going to be Genoa basketball as we had the flip at the quarter. Kinley will check back in for Centerburg.
Yeah, kind of a rough pass there, but give the girls credit. Both teams were hustling after it, got down on the court. You'd love to see that, just that energy.
Be interesting to see how Genoa handles this now. Leah Kinley, their main ball handler, now on the bench as Norman checks back in. This pressure as Kinley's going to pick up her second. Not something we've seen called in the first quarter that's now being called in the second. That's why they're down there and I'm up here.
Well, it's okay. Be consistent, and if they're tightening it up, great. No problem with that. But now you know.
Larimore's got to run out again. She's going to finish. Kayla Larimore's got 10.
Yeah, I still feel like that's the key in the game. For if Centerburg can continue to get that, then they're just going to build points on the board, and it's going to get tough. But again, if Genoa Christian can hit some shots, they'll be right back in this thing.
As Kinley's down, it looks like she might be hurt. We're going to have an official timeout. Didn't exactly see what happened there. Looks like just a no-contact injury, and sometimes those are the scariest.
Well, you never know. It looks like it was the back of her leg she grabbed, so hopefully it's not any kind of a knee, an ACL, or anything crazy like that. Hopefully it's just maybe a high ankle or something simple.
Something simple, maybe a cramp up, maybe a muscle.
Yeah, it looks like she's grabbing the back of that leg, so let's just hope for the best.
It's 14-10. It's an 8-0 quarter so far for Centerburg, and it's all been defensively. They've got the steals, they've got the run-outs, they've got the things that they needed to get that offense going, and it's built a 4-point lead, and they've shut them down.
Yeah, I'm curious what the turnover margin is right now. I don't know where we stand.
Looks like Genoa's got 10, Centerburg has 6.
Yeah, and I think Centerburg's were early on, if I remember correctly, and then that defense has really created some havoc for Genoa lately.
Yeah, that's just a no-contact injury there. You see her, she didn't land on anybody's foot. She just came down awkward. Hope for the best.
Yeah, I had a player a few years ago. It was her senior season, and unfortunately, we were going into overtime. We were winning the game. It was down in the final minute, and she was dribbling the ball out, and she just planted wrong, and she ended up having an ACL injury. It was out the rest of the season. So you always worry when
that's
players
never
go
a good
down.
sign. Not able to get up. They got the foot wrapped.
It isn't on the ankle, so hopefully that's just a temporary problem, but you're getting ready for tournament, and that could be a huge hit to your team.
Well, and she's been the aggressor so far here in the second quarter that's caused a lot of those Genoa turnovers. She's had active hands, poking the ball loose. She's been the aggressive defender, so we'll see who's going to step in to her place and be that aggressive defender and look to get those runouts.
Yeah, we wish her the best, but at the same time, you're right. Now, who's the next man up? Next woman up, right? You got to step in, and like you said, we noticed they come out of the gate a little stronger with their defense, but it really was her that was keying that aggressiveness on that backside of the wing.
As I would think that it's going to be Evie Stowe that'll check into the game to replace Kinley. She's kind of that secondary ball handler. It seemed like there in that the first 8-9 minutes of action so far. We'll see what happens. That is going to be Evie that's going to check into the game. Norman will inbound.
So let's see what happens. Kayla's baited that a couple times. They get in quick that time.
They're going to try to get to Norman. Shepard's going to get the steal.
I think she stepped out of bounds, but they didn't call it.
Yeah. As that's going to be an and one. That went through. At least I think it did.
Yeah, it went in.
But the questionable call that we have here is we both seen it from up here. I'm pretty sure that Shepard stepped out before she even crossed half court, dribbling that ball up the floor.
Yeah, Genoa Christian's coach is already in the ear of one of the officials saying, hey, come on now. She stepped out of bounds clear as day. And it ends up in an and one situation, which is unfortunate if you're a Genoa Christian fan.
That's Clara Johnson's got a chance for the and one opportunity. Short. Kind of flat with her shot tonight. The three that she took and even that free throw were both kind of flat.
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
As that should be Centerburg basketball, and it will be. That's going to be a turnover. Norman kind of got lost in her own thought there. She went for the ball, thought about it. Should I go for it? Should I not go for it? She ended up touching it before it went out of bounds.
I think the official was kind of processing it, but it was the right call. It was
Absolutely.
He took a little longer to call it, but I think he just wanted to make sure he was thinking correctly and good call on his part.
Evie's got it now for Centerburg. Gets a screen from Shepard.
Good solid defense, though, there.
They had Kennedy on a back cut for a second. Didn't see her. Shepard's got the baseline. And another block. And it's going to be Genoa basketball. And the defense down low, other than when Kayla's caught it and had that post spin to finish at the rim, their post defense has been really good so far this evening.
Yeah, and again, 3 fouls for a whole half of basketball between two teams. They let a lot of things go, a lot of contact, and they've been pretty consistent with that inside no call.
Kinley's going to get it to Norman, get it back herself. We're inside of 52 seconds remaining here in the half. Kinley's got it again. Norman's been the shooter so far. She's going to run baseline. Almost expected her to run all the way through that and kind of sit in the corner. They're going to get it to her. Stolen away. Evie read that like a book. Tiara can't finish. But there's Clara again, an offensive rebound. That's a 12-0 run here in the second quarter, and it's 18-10. There's another turnover. Laramore's got the run, or Tiara Shepard's got the run out. She's going to finish. She's holding her hip.
She came down that hip really awkward, but what a great steal and finish, and hopefully that's nothing serious. Here it is again. Let's take a look at that.
That is an amazing finish, but here's the thing. I'm perfectly okay with the way these refs have let this game play out. But in that situation, that much contact on that shot, that almost has to be a foul. She went through the contact, finished the layup. The defender wasn't set. I truly believe that should have been a block.
Yeah, it's tough when you're officiating. You're out there live. You sometimes you second guess yourself after the fact. We've seen a lot of contact, a lot of going both ways, a lot of things that not get called, and so sometimes you got to play through that. But then if you have an injury, you worry about that. Do you settle it down a little bit by getting a little tighter? So I bet at halftime these three officials get together, they talk about it. So the second half, we'll see how they call it and how teams adjust. So it's also a thing for the officials at halftime. They get to confer and talk about how did the first half go.
On the flip side of things, it'll be Shanae Farrell that's going to check in. We got 12.1 seconds left, and Centerburg has made this into a 10-point game on a 14-point quarter, and they've shut out Genoa. We're inside of 5.
Totally opposite that first quarter.
And that's going to be another turnover. That is their 15th turnover here in the first half. You got 3.5 seconds left. You want to obviously try to get a shot, but it's a 14-point quarter. You're not.
Yeah,
what a pass. Evie's going to have a clean look at it.
They're going to push for a chance here.
She's going to float. Can't knock it down. 20-10. Your halftime score. Centerburg shuts out Genoa in the second, 14-0. We'll be back for halftime stats after this break.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog, and you're not. Hall of Fame coach turned future Hall of Fame host.
Now he's on TV hosting his own highlighting our team in the Joe Show zone. Hall of Fame coach, now a host, sharing our stories from coast to coast. From the court to the screen, he's the best. Joe's legacy lives on in the Joe Show quest.
Because this is my show, and it's an all-new me in the new year. Deal with it.
couldn't do what we do here at the OH Report without the help of our amazing sponsors. Let's go ahead and give them a quick shout out. MONARCH Title Services. Without the support of Rochelle Sammons and her crew at MONARCH Title, Centerburg football would not be available live and free to Trojans fans. If you're selling or refinancing your real estate, you get to choose the title company. Why not support those who support the Trojans and close with confidence anytime, anywhere? KNOX Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. SPHERION Mid-Ohio, let us help you build the career you want or the awesome team you want. We build real relationships with you so we can understand what you need and get it for you fast. BS Media Productions, need a commercial to showcase your business or promote that you're hiring? BS Media Productions is the most affordable, high-quality production company in North Central Ohio. Find them on Facebook. Home and Kitchen Supply, Windows, your one-stop shop for kitchens and baths, windows and doors since 1970. Again, thank you to these amazing sponsors that allow us to bring you action live and free here on the OH Report. We'll be back for halftime stats after this quick break.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the KNOX Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog, and you're not. Hall of Fame coach turned future Hall of Fame host.
Now he's on TV hosting his own highlighting our team in the Joseph zone. Hall of Fame coach, now a host, sharing our stories from coast to coast. From the court to the screen, he's the best. Feels like to see Liz on in the Joe Show quest.
Because this is my show. And it's an all-new me in the new year. Deal with it.
Josh Banks back inside Centerburg High School in the SPHERION Mid-Ohio halftime show. We got about 45 seconds to second half action. But the biggest thing we need to talk about, I think, for these last 30 seconds is a 14-0 second quarter, and now Genoa's up to 15 turnovers as a team.
Yeah, that's what I expect. The second quarter is what I expected for the first quarter. But again, senior night sometimes throws teams off, and they just really weren't settled. Once they got settled, coach had the opportunity to talk to them. You know, it was all Centerburg that quarter. But Genoa Christian had a lot of good looks. So if they can hit some shots, this could still be a game.
Well, and something you and I had talked about is we're about 10 seconds away from second half action. Avery Norman knocked down 2 triples in that first quarter, and she stepped into her shot, got a really nice look at both of them. Without those 2 triples, it's 20-4 right now. So who's going to step up for Genoa as Leah Kinley, their leading scorer, has been held scoreless.
Yeah.
Who's going to step up and make those shots as we're going to pull out of the SPHERION Mid-Ohio halftime show and get ready for second half action. Centerburg's going to start with the ball, and I expect them to keep running their 4 high. They're going to try to get the ball to the elbow. They're going to try to get the ball to the block. Just keep working what's been working and what helped you have a 14-0 quarter.
I would run a play for Larimore right out the gate here personally.
As they do instead, Kennedy Glenn.
Yeah, Larimore rolled down the lane. They were looking for that lob, but Kennedy was wide open. She stepped into it and drained it.
And that's the signs of a shooter. She missed her first 2. Didn't affect her. She knocked down the next one. It's 23-10.
Well, if they can get a few more run-outs off that defense, this game could get out of control for Genoa. But Genoa definitely could shoot the ball, so let's see if they can get in rhythm.
Here's the biggest thing for Centerburg, though. You've got the length of Shepard and Larimore, as that's a quick foul on Shepard, but you've got their length playing the top of your 1-3-1. It's hard to make those skip passes, and it's hard to get around them.
Oh, I love length and size on top. I mean, just not much you can do. The whole idea is to make them throw slow passes. Those direct passes are what beats the 1-3-1, and Centerburg hasn't given up many of those tonight.
As that's tipped out of bounds by Kennedy.
Now, you notice we had an early foul call there. That was definitely a foul, but it wasn't something they probably would have called in the first half, so maybe they're going to tighten up here in the second half like we talked about.
Had a conversation in the ref room, talked about it. That's almost another steal, almost thrown away. Coach Abner wants him to pressure it. It's going to end up in a steal. They're going to get it out. It's going to go to Larimore. She's got Clara running with her. She's going to step through.
It's good basketball. Great footwork. She landed it. She did a nice step through. What can you say?
We can say she's got 12 of their 25, and they've all been in the paint, as that's another turnover. And it's kind of starting to get out of hand.
Yeah, they're doing what we talked about. That defense is creating turnovers, and they're getting some points out of it.
As we're 2 minutes here into the second half, and they still have yet to score since the first quarter. Kennedy catches it. Patience is what they've shown offensively. They're going to get it down the side to Kayla. Kennedy up top to Tiara. Avery Norman's going to step in. She's going to get a jump ball called, and that's just a good job by Avery to step over, cut off the baseline, cut off the drive, and force the turnover.
Yeah, great defense here by Genoa Christian, and they're moving the ball well, and then just stepped in and tied you up.
Leah Kinley's got it again. Their leading scorer. She's been held scoreless so far here in the first half, the first half and a quarter. Going to feed it inside. Shook. Can't knock it down. Offensive rebound. Nothing doing. Shepard's got the rebound.
Great opportunity there.
Evie.
Great opportunity, but they got to finish those if they're going to get back in this game.
Missed opportunities at the rim. Clara Johnson with it now. Gets it to Evie. Evie's got a wide open lane. It's a great basketball play to kick that to Tiara. She was unable to finish. She's going to get it back out top on the offensive rebound. But that's a great basketball play by Evie. She had the baseline. She's seen her teammate cut down the line, down the free throw line extended, had a wide open opportunity, and she looked for that opportunity.
Yeah, nice kick out there.
One more. Larimore can't knock it down.
Well, it's interesting to me because I thought Kayla Larimore had some really good inside position, nice post-up opportunity a couple times there, and even that possession. And they weren't really looking to feed her. They were looking for the perimeter a little bit more, which was kind of surprising to me.
Yeah, what's been working, they didn't look for that time. We'll see if that changes. I mean, again, they play a great 1-3-1. Kinley's got it to Norman. Kinley's going to get all the way. Scoop and score. Leah Kinley's on the scoreboard finally. 25-12.
What a great attack, right? I mean, just step through, aggressive, and that's what they're going to need more of if they want to get back into this.
They got to get some stops, though. They've got to stop the dynamic duo of Shepard and Larimore. Evie's got it. Gets it to Larimore.
She's looking. She has her seal, but kind of a tough pass there.
Almost want to see her maybe take a couple more dribbles, get a little closer, and feed her with a bounce pass instead of trying to throw it up over the top when she already had position.
Yeah, that's always tough in high school girls and boys both, but they always want to throw that ball from the top, and that's really a tough angle. But it was the right idea, just a tough angle to throw it from.
Norman's going to catch and shoot. Nothing doing. Offensive rebound by Shook. That's a quick 4-0 run, and it's down to 11. Genoa's not going away.
No, they keep coming at you. I like it.
White box out.
Laramore's got it top. Gets it to Evie. Taylor Bryant's also in the game. There's Shepard. She can't finish. She has struggled to finish at the rim tonight.
Yeah, the same setup as last time. That time a little better pass, and she had an opportunity, just couldn't finish.
Good Shook. She'll shoot elbow. Nothing doing. There's Norman again, one of the smallest players on the floor, getting down and dirty. It's going to cause another jump ball.
It is Centerburg's ball, but you know what? What's impressive, the last several possessions, Genoa Christian's got great looks. Great looks.
Something that we've seen them do almost all evening. They've got the looks they wanted. They just haven't been able to knock them down.
Yeah, and really, as for Centerburg, it's been the 1-3-1 causing the turnovers into some runouts is really the big difference in this game. Otherwise, we'd have a tight ball game.
That 1-3-1 has led to 17 turnovers. There's a great job by Kinley to step in and try to get that steal. It's going to be a jump ball, which will eventually lead to a turnover because that ball's going to go to Genoa. But again, a little sloppy offensively here in the opening part of the second half.
Yeah, I don't think she even realized there was a girl behind her. Like, she never saw her coming. It was a great defensive play.
Norman's got it. Gets it to Kinley. She wants to attack the middle, and they're just not letting her.
Well, if you'll notice, that middle plays on top.
She's going to get there now. No call, no foul. It's going to stay with Genoa.
I don't know about that. I mean, that's, shoo.
It almost looked like it went off of Kinley as she went up. I didn't see a Centerburg girl get a hand on it. But, again, they're down there and we're up here, so they got a better view than we do. They're going to get it to Kinley in the corner. She's going to hoist one. It's going to be short. Another offensive rebound, but it's going to lead to a turnover. What a pass. Evie's going to feed the leaking out Larimore, and that was an over-the-head, sideways, half-court pass.
Yeah, just a great play by Center. What more can you say? I mean, a great finish.
Evie's got it again. Taylor Bryant. It's to Evie in the corner to Larimore. She'll shoot another three. Knock it down. She can't just do it inside. She does it outside as well. She's got 17.
Yeah, if you leave her open, she's going to keep shooting that, and she's going to hit something.
A great feed. Shook's got another.
Yeah, they're moving the ball better against that 1-3-1. They're settling down. If they can just continue to handle that, they may be able to get back into this.
As that was Shook to Shook, Elizabeth finds Reagan. Bryant's got it. She's going to look to attack again. Gets it to Evie. Tried to get it to Kayla. We're going to have a foul call.
Are they floppy talkies connected? Who do you talk to?
Centerburg basketball baseline or side out of bounds. Gets it into Evie.
Now, if your coaches want to get a good look here.
Minute 38. There's that pass again. This time Shepard corrals it. As that's going to be a great drive by Clara. Again, that's the second time that she's kind of driven down that free throw line extended, got to the lane. The first time she finished, that time she's going to get 2 shots.
Well, I talked about this a few weeks ago when I watched them play, and Clara told me that her shot's been a little off. She had that concussion, a head injury, and so she just said, my shot hasn't felt right this year as much as it normally does. And so I noticed she's driving a lot more, and she's aggressive with it, and we've seen it a couple times tonight again.
As she knocks down the first of 2. Nothing but the bottom on the second. Sometimes that's all it takes for a shooter to get in a rhythm, too, is see a free throw go through.
Yeah,
so that could be dangerous.
Yeah, don't be surprised if she doesn't step out and hit a shot here at some point.
Kinley's got it.
Now, the way they play this 1-3-1, you notice how the middle is anticipating. If you're going to drive, she steps up just like that, and that's the goal. You're trying to funnel the ball into the middle and then create that turnover.
As we're going to have a foul. That's going to go on Chesney Farrell. Norman's got it for Genoa. Gets it in the corner, Kinley. Shook's going to not, no call there. Evie's going to look to run. As there she is.
We just talked about that. She felt really confident.
Larimore got the offensive rebound, couldn't finish. We're inside of 40 seconds here in the third quarter. Norman's got it. Kinley, she felt confident, nothing doing. Rebounded by Evie.
So 2 good looks by both teams on those possessions.
Evie's going to go coast to coast, nothing doing. And that's going to stay with Centerburg as neither team seemed like they wanted to go get that basketball as it just kind of sat in the middle floor until it got punched out.
Yeah, I think they thought at first it was going to go cream out of bounds really quickly, and then it didn't, so then that was a late reaction there.
Inside of 20 seconds here in the third quarter. Larimore's got it. She's going to keep it.
You figure they want the last shot here. I mean, you got a good lead.
Shepard can't knock it down.
It's hard to take the last shot when you're that wide open.
Norman's got it. She's going to float. We're going to have an offensive foul on Elizabeth Shook. Okay, she was running the floor, kind of a little off-arm extension.
Yeah, it was like she's trying to kind of do a screen or something, but it just, I don't know. It's a little awkward there.
It'll be white basketball with 3.4 remaining.
But that's also why if you're Centerburg, you didn't want to shoot that last shot because you gave them an opportunity. Luckily, it didn't go against you there, and you should get the last shot now. 3 seconds left. Looks
As somebody just got tossed, fan just got tossed for Genoa.
Yeah, it must have something the official didn't like down there and going home for the evening.
32-16, our third quarter score. Centerburg holds the lead. We'll be back for money time after this break.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health, to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Josh Banks back inside Centerburg High School with Coach Maceyko, and that was kind of an entertaining third quarter. They kind of tried to tighten it up a little bit due to that. A fan gets tossed. I mean, we just had all things happen there in the third quarter.
Yeah, when your team is losing, you're disagreeing with some calls, and sometimes you might chirp something to get you tossed because the official hears. It's kind of a quiet gym on that side of the floor. He was right there in front of that gentleman.
Well, and here's the other thing, too. This isn't the biggest gym in the world, as you're going to see Kennedy miss that one, but it's going to stay with Centerburg. They are getting all the breaks here in the second half.
Yeah, that was a great look by Kennedy Glenn, just didn't fall.
Larimore's got it. Great drop step. Kayla Larimore catches, fakes over the left shoulder, drop steps over the right, and finishes. I mean,
that is her go-to move.
That's textbook basketball.
That is her go-to move. We always talk about go to your favorite move until they stop it. Go to your best move, and that is her best move down the post. And they haven't stopped it.
Clara Johnson's going to get the steal That puts them at 20 for the evening. Laramore's got it. She's going to look to go to the exact. She's just going to turn over that right shoulder this time. Can't finish.
Yeah, a little far out, but a great opportunity there. Good look. Just couldn't get it.
Norman. Nothing doing. Kinley's going to catch. She's not afraid to shoot it either. She knocks one down finally, Leah Kinley. She's got 5. 34-19.
Stepped into it and drained it. Well done.
Their third triple of the evening. Laramore's going to keep it. Kind of the action that we've seen out of them all night. Great ball fake.
Don't force it.
Shepard, I'm not sure how she finished that one. That was an awkward shot, but she got it to go in the cylinder. 36-19.
When you're that low on the block, it's really hard to finish from there, but somehow she managed to do it.
Another turnover. Glenn steps in front of it, gets the steal.
Yeah,
Evie.
Glenn did a nice job just dropping that lane, just like you're supposed to rotate that 1-3-1, and just, girl never saw her.
And I'll tell you what, from what we've seen here in the second half, this is textbook 1-3-1 defense out of Centerburg.
Yeah. Yeah, they've done everything right. They're rotating well. They're communicating. They're a little more active. Although, you know, I've seen them more active, but they're doing what they got to do tonight. But here is the question when you head into a tournament. Sometimes it's tough because if that 1-3-1 is not producing points and teams are able to shoot over it and get around it, it gets a little tougher for you. Again, because tournament's a whole different animal. But tonight it's definitely doing the job, and it's done it all year long. They won the KMAC. And you just, if you're Coach Abner, you're probably hoping to go back to practice and you know, get that elevated a little bit, that energy back up, because we didn't really see it early on, but they did a much better job as the game's gone on.
Well, and if you really think back to that first quarter, we talked about Avery Norman knocking down 2 triples. Their other 2 buckets in the first quarter were on great ball movement. They went from the wing to the same side block and then fed opposite block, and it was a layup inside that 1-3-1. We haven't seen that type of ball movement since the first quarter out of Genoa.
Yeah, and I also think that Coach kind of tightened up that backside because that backside was wide open. It hasn't been so open lately.
Laramore is unable to knock it down. Evie almost soared for the rebound.
Good effort, good look, and good defense at the end of the day.
Kinley's got it for the Lady Lions. Bryant. Jump ball is going to get called. It'll stay with the Lady Lions, but that's a dangerous position if you're Avery Norman to dribble into. She dribbled right into that trap.
Yeah, that, you know, and that 1-3-1, once you do that, they're trying to funnel you into that middle post is also going to step up and triple team that, or the 2 are going to then fade off of that and get the passing lanes, and so it's really confusing for a ball handler. See, there she comes up.
Kinley does a great job. That's the 3rd or 4th time here in the second half that we've kind of seen her. She gets through that initial double. Then she just has one more person to beat, which she's done a great job of kind of going to that left hand, getting around that other defender, and getting to the cup.
Yeah, it's a great job. In fact, what you're training that person to do in the middle is to not let that happen, right? You've got to stop that penetration. And she did a great job stepping around it, and then she drains her first free throw out of it. So well done by her.
She's got 6. Average is 11. They're 2 for 2 with the stripe tonight. That's only their 2nd free throw attempt. 2 for 3.
Good effort there. Anticipation, just couldn't get it.
Shepard with a great ball fake. She's going to get inside. Can't finish. Ends up with Laramore, and she will finish.
Yeah.
She's got 21.
Yeah, if you got to box her out because that's just too easy for her when she gets that close to the bucket.
As I'm pretty sure she's pretty close to a double-double here this evening. Kinley's going to hoist one.
That was a good look.
Bryant gets the rebound. She had Shepard run and didn't see her. Shepard wanted that one. Laramore's going to catch it. Free throw line extended. Knock it down. 23 and counting. And it's a 19-point ball game. 40-21, 4:50 remaining.
Centerburg just really being aggressive and
Laramore
attacking.
with the pass from her knees. Shepard's going to finish.
Yeah, I say, Genoa Christian, you got to call timeout, and it looks like they are.
The steals the assist, the rebounds, the defense, everything since that first quarter has went Centerburg's way.
Yeah, this is what I expected out of Centerburg, really. Again, I didn't know Genoa Christian enough to know, but on paper they look really good. Looks like there wasn't a timeout. Looks like confusion there. Not sure what happened. Whether there's an injury or what. But anyway, I didn't know enough about them, but I know enough about Centerburg to know that 1-3-1, if they get it going, can create havoc and get you easy points, and that's what we're seeing here tonight.
As Laramore's going to check out, I would assume for the rest of this ball game, as it's a 21-point game, it's pretty much in hand. Norman's got it. Stolen away by Shepard with a great leak-out pass. They're going to feed her again. She's going to finish this time.
Clara Johnson with a Kayla Larimore move.
That was a beautiful move by Clara Johnson. She's got 8.
So now you got a small guard on the top of that 1-3-1, which a lot of teams will run that as well. I like the length, but I also definitely like some speed up top too, because they can really create some havoc.
Yeah, Claire's going to get that rebound, gets to Evie. We're inside of 3:45 left here in the fourth.
Oh,
Kennedy, wide open 3-ball. Listen, she may have missed a couple, but you can't give the girl that much space.
If you haven't seen Kennedy Glenn shoot this year, well, you just saw, and I've seen that many, many times over the course of her career. So great hit for senior night.
47-41.
Now, you didn't hit the shot, but you got to like what Genoa Christian did there. They moved the ball, got the corner, found that middle, good ball movement, good opportunity, just couldn't finish.
Evie's going to get it to Bryant. Going to get it to Clara. To Kennedy. She's going to look for another one. Clara's going to hustle for the offensive rebound.
Yeah, they're like, let the seniors eat tonight, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right here. This last 3 minutes, it looks like that's what's going on. But that ball is going to be blocked by Shook.
Yeah, it looks like Clara's getting the ball and Kennedy's getting the ball. Good for them.
Norman, that was a pull-up rainbow 3, Avery Norman.
It just hasn't been consistent, but boy, they can shoot out there, right? I mean,
that's something they've done all night. That is their 4th triple on the evening.
Just hasn't been anything inside. That's been the problem.
But again, like you and I talked about in the pregame, it's hard to contend with the size of Larimore and Shepard. And that 1-3-1, it's hard to get the ball down low. Glenn's got another one. Kennedy Glenn, that's her 3rd triple. She's got 9.
Yeah, I expected 50-plus, and here we are at the 50-point mark. I mean, that's just what I expected based on what I've seen out of Centerburg this year.
Ball was tipped.
That's not.
They're going to say it.
No, they're going to correct that.
They're going to correct that.
So this side official didn't see the tip. That side official did. So great job of communicating and fixing the right call.
So they're going to call a jump ball,
Okay, now I'm confused. I just gave him credit. So what we got here?
So they called the side official here called over and back, which was incorrect because the ball was tipped.
Right?
But then the other side official stepped in, said, okay, because of that, we're going to call a jump ball, which never should have been done. It should have still been Genoa basketball.
Yeah, I don't understand that call at all. I mean, he knew it was tipped. It was not an over and back, so it should have gone back to Genoa Christian.
Because they clearly re-had possession. That's why they called the over and back.
Yeah, I don't get that. Yeah.
So I think it's one of those things where your partner made a mistake, right? The other official made a mistake. You stepped in and corrected it, and then you overcorrected it by calling the jump ball. Because normally in a situation where there's no change of possession or there's a confusion on who had possession, that's where they'll go. They'll go to that jump ball. But there was no confusion in that situation on who had possession.
Well, back when I officiated, what we tried to do is I would have been more apt to go to my partner immediately and get with them and confer and explain my view. I said, hey, I saw a tip here, and let that person correct their own call versus, correcting them. Because then, it just makes it look a little cleaner and it shows everybody you're talking about it. So I thought they had it there, and then they changed it up. I'm not really sure how they ended with the decision they did, but they did, and that's where we're at. But a 50-24 game, I don't think it's going to have much impact here.
It's not. It's not going to have much impact. It's going to give Centerburg the basketball. And my guess here, as it looks like Kennedy Glenn has come off of the floor.
I'm actually kind of surprised. I think I would have just left her out there and let her play this out.
Chesney Farrell is going to check into the game, and it looks like Chesney's going to hoist one. She's going to knock it down.
Wow,
What
nice
a shot.
And the crowd goes crazy for that young lady.
53-24. And I tell you what, the one thing that we've noticed, and I've seen it here in the last, we'll say, minute 45 of the fourth quarter, since it's kind of really got out of hand here, it doesn't matter who's on the floor.
And now they sub out Clara Johnson and actually give her a moment to have a kind of shine there. I like that.
As Clara and Kennedy have both checked out here on senior night, along with Tiara Shepard. Minute 47 left. Shook. Can't knock it down. We're going to have a travel. Yep.
I see some of the fans grabbing their head, but actually, you know, she handed the other person the ball. I don't disagree with that call, actually.
Well, I don't think it was the handing of the ball. I think she slid as she handed it to her. I think she kind of slid a little bit with it in her possession.
It was just awkward. I mean, I can see why they would call that a travel.
They're going to get it up top. Banked in. Another three for Cardington.
What do you do? I mean, everyone's hitting now. Lady Trojans are on fire all of a sudden.
It's going to be a jump ball. As it looks like some of those JV players that didn't get the chance to play this evening are now in the game. It's going to be another steal. We're going to have a jump ball. It should be Centerburg basketball. 56-24, a 32-point advantage. Genoa has scored 14 points since the first quarter.
Yeah, they come out, like I said, looked really good, and Centerburg looked a little lethargic. Like I said, senior nights will do that to you. You have all this setup going on, all this other activity, and then finally they settled down, and it's been nothing but the Lady Trojans since.
Evie's got Evie.
That opened up easy for her, just couldn't finish.
Wide open lane, unable to finish at the hoop. We're inside of 40 seconds to go. Shook's got it.
It's been a great senior night for Centerburg. So if you're a Lady Trojan fan, you got to feel really good about the outing after that early first quarter.
Another offensive rebound ends up in the hands of Reagan. 17 seconds remaining. Georgia Edwards is going to step to the line for two. First one up. A little bit too strong, back iron. Score remains 56-24, 15.7 remaining. Second one. Knocks it down. Edwards has her first point.
Yeah, Centerburg
Evie's got it.
stepped in the lane early. They're going to get another shot if they didn't make that, but they did, so it didn't matter. Good feed, good ball movement.
I'm going to call a travel. 4 seconds left. That's going to pretty much do it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if Genoa Christian gets one more shot off, but 4 seconds. And again, Genoa Christian came out strong, and then after that, it's been all Centerburg.
24-9, fourth quarter. As your final, the Centerburg Lady Trojans take care of business on senior night, defeating the Genoa Christian Academy Lady Lions by a score of 56-25. We'll be back for the SPHERION Mid-Ohio postgame show and our MVP interview after this break.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog, and you're not. Hall of Fame coach turned future Hall of Fame host.
Now he's on TV hosting his own. Highlighting our team in the Joe Show zone. Hall of Fame coach, now a host. Sharing our stories from coast to coast. From the court to the screen, he's the best. Jules legacy lives on in the Joe Show quest.
Because this is my show. And it's an all-new me in the new year. Deal with it.
Josh Banks back inside Centerburg High School with Coach Tim Maceyko, where Centerburg handles their business after a slow start in the first quarter, knocking off Genoa 56-25. Defense. They forced 25 Lady Lions turnovers out of that 1-3-1.
And that 1-3-1 is going to do that. And if you're Genoa, you can't play a team like Centerburg and have 25 turnovers and expect to stay in the game.
To go along with that, as you're getting ready to see stats here, they knocked down 6 triples, 3 coming from Kennedy Glenn, 1 coming from Larimore. They just kind of did what they needed to do offensively. As when we see her, we're going to talk to Kayla Larimore. Well, at least you are, Coach. She has 23 points tonight and really did what she wanted to.
Yeah, when she posted up inside, it was almost unstoppable. I mean, and she has that go-to move, that fake left, drop right, and nice little touch on the ball, just beautiful plays all night long. Not just in the post, though. She stepped outside and not just scoring. She was hitting boards. She's creating steals at the top of that 1-3-1. She made a huge impact on this game tonight.
On the flip side of things, for the Lady Lions, they came out, they played a great first quarter. Mm-hmm. They did everything right in the first quarter, and then they just kind of, we talked about it on air, they got the open looks. They just couldn't get the shots to fall.
Yeah, if you're Genoa Christian, if you could have just had some shots fall for you, then you probably stay in the game a little longer. And now the momentum shifts a little bit, your confidence is different, but things just didn't fall, and Centerburg just kept creeping a little farther away. So later in the game, we saw those turnovers, saw the kind of get out of control. That's more a product of the fact that you just now mentally know, like, okay, we're not going to get back in this one, right? So, but if some of those shots would have fell, I think Genoa Christian would have stayed a lot closer.
Well, it's kind of something I got to call a game Tuesday night with Coach Baylaw. And it's something we had talked about too. Once that game gets at that 10-point mark, you kind of see that shift. You see the one team that's up 10, really, they keep pushing. And that team that's kind of fell behind, you see them just kind of fall down. Yep. They're like, it's kind of over. We're down 10. We can't make this comeback. And that's when a lot of those turnovers that we've seen today happened. Once it got to that 10-point mark, Genoa just could not find anything.
Yeah, I've had teams in the past I've coached where we were playing a superior team and we're only down 6 points. You're like, hey, we're only down 6. This is a great team you're playing. They're just better than us, but we're hanging in there. And then a couple turnovers. All of a sudden it's 8, then it's 12, and all of a sudden balloons to 16, 18. All of a sudden you find yourself down 25 points. You're like, what? 4 minutes ago we were right there, and so that just happens.
So we're still waiting for our MVP to come out. What's your takeaway this evening from both teams?
Well, again, on paper, Genoa Christian looked like they were going to match up, but let's give them credit because they moved the ball well. They hit some nice shots. They had a lot of shot opportunities in the post and on the perimeter that just didn't fall. So as far as all that goes, depending on where they're at with their league, I don't know if they have a tournament or not to match up in, but they do some really good things. I can see why they have the record they have. So you got to like where you're at there. And if you're Centerburg, again, you're just getting ready for a tournament. You want to tune some things up. You hope the injury earlier wasn't a serious injury to your player. Shepherd came back in after that hard fall, so you just don't want to get banged up now as you head into tournament because they got a real good opportunity after winning the KNOX to make some noise in the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at their district draw, they kind of drew the good side of the district they wanted to draw. They have a really good chance to get out of districts and make a run at regionals, and they've got the talent to do it. They've got 2 senior leaders that will step up. They've got a junior in Larimore. They've got some sophomores. They've got the balance.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen tonight that, yeah, Shepherd had 23. Kennedy Glenn had 9 with 3 triples.
Yeah.
Shepherd, if she makes some of the bunnies that she missed, she goes for 20 tonight.
Yeah.
They've got the pieces. They just kind of have to finish gelling as they get ready to make that tournament run.
Yeah, if you could hit a few more shots out there, if Clara John gets her shot flowing and Kennedy can continue to do what she does on the perimeter, and now you got the other 2 girls on the inside, all of a sudden, like you said, and then you got the Farrell girls. I mean, they can play, they can ball, right? So you've got a nice core group of girls that could really make some noise.
And I think the one thing I noticed that I really liked about Centerburg is they didn't do anything wrong. But I see our MVP walking up right now, so we're going to cut to a quick commercial break as she comes up here, gets the mic on, and gets ready to talk to Coach Tim Maceyko. We'll be back.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Welcome back. Coach Tim Maceyko here with our Knox Community Hospital MVP, Kayla Larimore. It hasn't been the first time you've been on here, has it?
Right.
Hey, how'd you feel tonight about the game? I mean, let's start there. Number one, you had 23 points. I think we said a double-double, right? So really impressive performance overall. The game started a little slow, though, right? That first quarter, I was like, this is not the same Centerburg team, the energy, and sometimes senior nights will do that. So talk about that really quickly.
Yeah, it was senior night. We all had all those emotions and stuff like that, and obviously we started slow, and we knew we had to pick it back up because obviously we were down. So
yeah, I mean, Coach obviously settled you down, probably had some encouraging words at the end of the first quarter, because after that, switch.
Yep.
Everything kind of went your way the rest of the game. And I love the post moves. You had that beautiful fake to the middle and drop the outside and had that bank shot a couple times. How did you feel like you matched up on the inside with them tonight?
Well, obviously I work on those all the time, and I knew I had to come in here and be very aggressive because I mean, their record's pretty good. I mean, they play not the teams that we play, but they're still pretty a good team. So
Yeah, we talked about that, how they matched up on paper really well, but we didn't know who they played compared to, we know who you've played and how tough the KMAC can be.
Yep.
So then the second half happened, and you stepped outside, you hit a shot or two. I mean, you seem to be feeling it. And how was the team feeling as you head into tournament?
We're feeling pretty good. Our seeding that we got was pretty good. We know what we have to do to make it to a district final, because that's one of our goals that we had this year.
That's excellent. And last thing I would point out is your senior compadres out there did a good job there, hitting some threes out there at the end. Kennedy Glenn, I mean, what'd you think of that?
That was pretty cool. We were trying to give her threes because that's what she does best.
Yeah, it looked like you guys are intentionally feeding your seniors there at the end.
Yep.
All right, I think that's it for today from me, but give a shout out.
I want to give a shout out to my teammates, obviously, my coaches, Coach Abner, Coach Mike, Coach Evans. I want to give a shout out to all the Centerburg community coming out here and supporting our seniors. I want to give a shout out to my family for coming out here, always supporting me, especially my mom and dad. They're always supporting me. And obviously I want to give a shout out to my two best friends, Kennedy and Clara, my favorite seniors. We've been through a lot, so yeah.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
Josh Banks back inside Centerburg High School for our final thoughts. Again, Centerburg takes care of business tonight, 56-25, getting ready to go on a tournament run. They're going to finish out their season against East Knox. As Genoa Christian Academy's next game, it's going to be Madison Christian, a team they can compete with. They've got to bounce back. They've got to get ready. Centerburg's got to keep rolling, and we'll see where they can go from here.
Yeah, my final comment would be the last couple years, Centerburg has been right there. You knew that this was going to be the year. I predicted coming this season that Centerburg will probably win the KMAC just because they've been so close, and they finally put it together and it clicked, and I hope it continues clicking for them as they head into the postseason.
That's all. That's going to do it for us here at Centerburg. For Josh Banks, my broadcast partner tonight, Coach Tim Maceyko, my producer, Adam Thompson, as always, and my favorite camera guy, Brandon Powell. We'll see you next time. I'll be back with you tomorrow night, Upper Sandusky, Buckeye Central. We've got games all weekend long here on the OH Report, and I think we got a wrestling thing going on Saturday. So if you're into that, check that out. Hang out with us all weekend. We'll take care of you. But until I talk to you guys again, take care. Stay safe.